Welcome to AKS Practice Cum Revision Questions of today's current affairs. First question, which of the following is true about Operation Sankalp? Option A, launched by Indian Army. Option B, to ensure safe passage of Indian flag vessels which are transiting through the Strait of Hormuz. So here option A is wrong, as it is launched by Indian Navy, not Indian Army. Option B is correct, to ensure the safe passage of Indian flag vessels which are transiting through the Strait of Hormuz. Given the present situations which are there in Iran and Iraq because of the US attack on Iran's general, a lot of rising situations are coming into arena. So in order to make the Indian flag vessels transit through the Strait of Hormuz smoothly, the Indian Navy has launched this operation called as Operation Sankalp. So the answer here is 2B only. Second question, in-depth review of India's energy policy report is given by which of the following? Option A, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Option B, Ministry of Power. Option C, International Energy Agency. And D is none. Right. So usually if you can see the question, will think that India's energy policy must be given by any of the ministry which are in India itself, right? But this is in contradiction. Here the report is given by International Energy Agency. Kindly remember this. So this International Energy Agency team have come up with a comprehensive report, especially covering the India's energy sector in its total entirety. Third question, consider the following statements and answer which among the following is true. Option A, India is the third largest energy consumer. B, India's per capita energy consumption is above global average. Option C, India is moving towards a gas-based economy. Option D, investments in the energy sector in India have recorded the highest growth in the world. These statements are taken from the just before the question that we have discussed on the in-depth review of India's energy policies which were released by the IEA. So that is International Energy Agency, and this International Energy Agency has made the following statements, among them which is true. Let us see, right? So option A says India is the third largest energy consumer. This is absolutely correct. Next is B, India's per capita energy consumption is above global average. This statement is wrong. India's per capita energy consumption is below the global average, not above the global average, right? So C is saying that India is moving towards a gas-based economy. This option is also correct, because now if you can see that India's development imperative, like they are thirsting on building an oil and gas infrastructure to ensure that access to affordable energy is given to all the citizens. So in this context we can say that India is moving towards a global based economy. Option C is also correct here. Option D, investment in energy sector in India has recorded the highest growth in the world. Option D is also wrong, not highest but the second highest growth in the world. So here the answer is A and C, right? That is one here, a little bit of confusion in the options, right? So one is that India is the third largest energy consumer, and the second that India is moving towards a gas based economy. Fourth question, arrange the following from north to south. The given here are ports in that which we have to arrange from north to south. Option A says Paradeep, B Haldia, VOCP is in Thoothukudi of Tamil Nadu, whereas D is Kolkata. So if you can see here, Paradeep is in Odisha, Haldia is in Kolkata, West Bengal, VOCP is in Tamil Nadu and Kolkata is also in West Bengal. So in this context we can arrange. So first thing, last one to come should be Tamil Nadu VOCP post, right? So option C, 3 or 4 should be there, right? But so the confusion here is Haldia and Kolkata, because both are belonging to the same state of West Bengal. So in this case, Kolkata port is little northern to the Haldia, so option here is 3, that is Kolkata, then comes the Haldia, comes the Paradip and VOCPT. Fifth question, National Inland Waterway 1 passes through which of the states given below? Option A, West Bengal, B, Jharkhand, C, Bihar, D, Uttar Pradesh. So taking this question as a clue, just try to mark at least the national inland waterways for at least 6, 1 to 6, and know that it passes through which of these states, right? So in this case, usually we can guess it as West Bengal, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. We know that river Ganga passes through them all, right? But yet here the option is all, so it includes Jharkhand too. So we usually get confused. So that is why I am telling you to go and see what are the waterways from 1 to 6 and know these states too. Sixth question, Migration and Mobility Partnership Agreement, right? So kindly see, Migration and Mobility Partnership Agreement is between which of the following countries? Option A, Germany, B, Australia, C, Iran and D, France. Right, so here the answer is D, France. In order to improve the people-to-people contacts, initially this agreement is signed only for 7 years. So this agreement we have signed with France so as to increase the people-to-people contacts. Seventh question, April and Al-Assad, recently seen in news, belongs to which country? Option A, Iran, B, Syria, C, Lebanon and D, Iraq, right? So these two were the places which were mentioned by the Iran, saying that it is going to attack these two places in order to cause harm to the US as in retaliation for their Major General's death. So here, although Iran has made such statement, the option here is D. Erbil is nothing but a military base of US, whereas Al-Assad is an air base of US. So Iran has told that it is going to harm these two places in Iraq. So option here is D, that is Iraq. Eighth question, which of the following texts was first converted into English after East India Company got administrative powers? First option, Abhignana Shakuntalam. Second, Bhagavad Gita. Third one, Manusmriti. Fourth one, Mahabharata. Right. So here kindly given attention to the question, first converted into English, which was the following text to be converted first into English after East India Company got administrative powers. East India Company got administrative powers after the Battle of Buxar, right? So after the Battle of Buxar, here the East India Company felt that then in order to rule the people in India, they have to understand their rules and regulation and the laws. For this purpose, they started to convert the law books of India into English. First book which to be converted is Manusmriti, the most hated book by Dr. Ambedkar, who tore it because of the Varna system that it lays emphasis on. Right, the converted book, in English version, it is called as Law of Gentus. Right, so answer here is 3, that is Manusmriti. Ninth question, green credit system involves which of the following? Option A, in this forest will be traded as commodity. B, here the forest department can outsource one of the responsibility of reforesting to non-government agencies, right? So yesterday we've seen the news where usually whenever a company wants to clear a particular forest, it has to pay the compensation equal amount of money to the state forest department. So this state forest department has to see the land adjoining just the forest so as to compensate the equal amount of land of forest here. So whatever the money has been given by this particular industries is with the center, and last year it has given, center has reimbursed all the 47,000 crore money, but yet the states are not at all utilizing it. That means that they are not doing the reforestation, just adjoining the forest so as to compensate it. So now they have brought it a new amendment to it, saying that such type of land can be outsourced to any of the non-government agencies. So these government non-government agencies, after growing a particular land for 3 years, after informing if the state department accepts it, this can be considered as a compensatory forest, right? So in this context, option is 3, that is both. Last question, 10th one, in what conditions curative petition can be applied? This is in context to recently given Nirbhaya case where the convicts are going to be hanged. So let us see all the people have applied for the curative petition, and this applies to during which situations. Option 1 says after the president has given the pardon. Second, after the proclamation of death sentence. Third one, after the rejection of review petition. Fourth one, before the review petition. So option 4 can be easily eliminated, because if there is review petition, why will they go for something called as curative petition, right? So after the pardons, president's pardon, so if the president itself is giving a pardon, there is nothing like called as petition to be given in the courts. President's pardon is final. So maybe the death sentence can be remitted to a life imprisonment. So after that there will not be any kind of thing left over. So option here should be either 2 or 3. 2, after the proclamation of death sentence. We all know once there is a death sentence, one can go for review petition to the Supreme Court. So the option here is 3, after the rejection of review petition, as a last measure to before the president's pardon, they can apply for curative petition, right? So in curative petition also will have the same number of judges, and the same judges who have given the review petition. So after the rejection of review petition, they can go for curative petition alone. So the option here is 3.